Tonight on Orlando My Way, Central Florida is booming. More and more people are coming here every single day to see what's going on, but it's not just for the tourists.
There's never been a better time for Orlando locals to come to International Drive.
While you might want to give another glance to the street locals just won't drive, plus, oh my gosh, what is in there?
Goodness.
Rock and roll all night and cook every day. The rockers who just brought their new restaurant to town. And some of the other hottest places to grab a bite. And, hi!
Welcome to Cinderella Castle.
Who hasn't dreamed of waking up in here? Orlando My Way takes you inside the Cinderella Castle suite for a rare look around. Orlando My Way is all about keeping you up to date on the ever-changing scene in our city. And there is nowhere more changing than International Drive. Good evening, I'm Kayla Becker. Now, a lot of locals tend to avoid that area because of obvious reasons like a lot of traffic. But if you haven't been in a while, you don't know what you're missing. It's getting bigger and it's getting better. In just months, you'll have a chance to ride the Orlando Eye, which is the biggest observational wheel on the East Coast. The complex around the Eye will include new restaurants and bars, an aquarium, a Madame Tussauds Wax Museum, and a skeleton museum. Work begins this year on the Skyplex, which will include the 570-foot tall polar coaster, plus 500,000 feet of retail space. They're also about to break ground on the 26-story I-Square Mall and Hotel, with the Convention Center and Live Performance Theater. Add it all up, iDrive will see $1 billion in development in the next 2 years.
What people like about Orlando is that we're constantly evolving, and every year there's something new here.
But you don't have to wait to see the boom. Several new spots have already opened. I got to check out the area's newest live music venue, Tin Roof. It's based near Nashville's famed Music Row. The venue was first started to give musicians a place to show off their talents. It wasn't long before it became a spot full of regulars and musicians alike due to the vibrant environment, the tasty food, and of course, the many acts that took the stage each night. Although the city hasn't embraced the live music scene up to this point, Regional Manager William Hodges says he knows the locals will be a fan.
Oh, they're going to love it. Our bands are the best regional bands, local bands that we have found in our months of searching for artists. The party never stops. So anybody that loves live music and wants to have fun, they're going to embrace it and love what our artists do.
So at Tin Roof, obviously it wouldn't be the live music venue / bar that it is if it weren't for the cocktails. And you're going to make this little something that's some Tin Roof flavor, right?
Well, we call it the Cuban and Carolina.
Okay.
So it was actually created specifically for this location. It starts with 1.5 ounces of Bacardi Gold rum. Right? I mean, it's not a cocktail without some booze.
Exactly.
Okay, then we're going to give it just 1/2 ounce of Liquor 43 and 1/2 ounce of this fresh squeezed lemon juice. Okay, now get it apart. Pour it right in here. And then here's the Carolina.
Carolina, yeah.
Fresh lime. There you go. That's your Cuban and Carolina.
Cuban and Carolina.
Yeah.
Cheers. And you can only get this at Tin Roof, right?
Absolutely. Get on down here.
There's plenty of room inside the Tin Roof with a seating capacity of 200. And the best part, the main parking garage outside for the iDrive 360 complex is completely free. So scoot over to Tin Roof Orlando on International Drive, where the music never stops. You won't have any problem finding Tin Roof on iDrive. It's right in the shadow of the Orlando Eye at the iDrive 360 complex. They're open with live music and food every day until 2 a.m. Now, if you head about 0.8 of a mile south, you'll find yourself at Point Orlando. It's been home to a lot of fun spots over the years, but none cooler than -5 Ice Bar. And we got a look inside of this new hot spot. And -5 Ice Bar is completely made from ice, with the exceptions of the ceilings and the floors. There are nearly 30 sculptures throughout, all carrying a tropical theme to reflect its Florida location. The lounge is kept at 23 degrees or -5 degrees Celsius, which keeps the ice from melting. The sculptures aren't the only frosty part of -5. Head over to the bar, completely made of ice, and try a specialty cocktail in a glass. You guessed it, totally made of ice. So come out to -5 ice bars right underneath BB King's in Point Orlando. You can grab an icy cocktail, see all the sculptures, hang out with your friends, and just chill. Once again, -5 is at Point Orlando, down by the Convention Center. Prices start at $14 to get it in, and that includes the rental of gloves and a parka. Packages go up to $75, and for that, you get a fur coat upgrade, a photo, a couple of cocktails, and you can even take the kids in before 9 o'clock.
Now, there's a whole lot more blowing up around Orlando besides just International Drive. For example, the theme parks. It seems like every single day they're telling us about something new that they're bringing to the attractions. Right now, we're flying over downtown Disney, which is in transition to Disney Springs. This year, it's going to be home to new entertainment, new shops, a new fee, plus several new unique dining experiences. From up here in the air, you can see the future sites of STK Steakhouse, the Springs Bottling Company marquee, Marimoto Asia, and the centerpiece of it all, the Boathouse. Recently, I got a little sneak peek of the Boathouse progress from its creator, Steven Schussler.
In April of 2015, the Boathouse will become a part of Disney Springs, which is the recreation of what is currently downtown Disney. It will feature family-friendly, upscale waterfront dining, along with water attractions like amphicars, which are cars that drive on land and cruise through the water like a boat.
So over here is the dockside bar. Over here is going to be the entrance for the amphicars.
And when the rest of Disney Springs closes down for the night, the Boathouse will still be going until 2 a.m.
We hope to have a saxophone player and a piano player. And the saxophone and piano player are just going to be on the Italian water taxi. And we hope to have a band inside as well.
In addition to the world-class restaurant, there will also be a ginormous retail space, 1,500 square feet to be exact.
And you know, people come once for the wow factor, but they come back for quality food and service. It's going to be an attraction, a restaurant, and a retail store.
You think it's messy sitting in the Blue Man Group audience? Well, I'm going on stage. And a little later, it's Orlando's nicest hotel room that you've never had the chance to book. We're taking you inside the Cinderella Castle Suite. And as we go to break, we asked you where you thought the best Italian restaurant was in Central Florida, and here are the top 3 picks. Cast your votes at OrlandoMyWay.com. Welcome back to Orlando My Way. Before the break, we talked about a lot of changes at Disney and on International Drive, but Universal won't be outdone. They're in the midst of a major City Walk expansion. One of the new additions getting a lot of buzz, Cowfish. They took burgers and they took sushi and created a new food genre, Burgushi.
We had the sushi and we had the burgers. We wanted something that was funny and weird and in your face, so Burgushi was born, which is the fusion of the two. So you've got sushi rolls created using burger components, pickup style sandwiches created using sushi components.
Cowfish has 500 seats and a 17,000 square foot space. The restaurant started in North Carolina, and this is the 3rd restaurant in the chain. It's open until midnight every single day, and you'll spend between $15 and $20 for your entree. And we can't forget the City Walk favorite. The Blue Man Group continues to wow its audiences every single night, and they had me on stage for a little bit of fun. Hey guys, you may recognize this stage, but you probably don't recognize this guy. This is Kirk. He's actually one of the Blue Men. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. When you walked in and they told me you were one of the Blue Men, I was like, there's hair. Yeah. He talks.
I do.
And I was all really surprised.
Most people are. You would just imagine would be bald, I guess, because of the show. But if you take a closer look, the Blue Man doesn't have ears either. So when you get that question, it's like, oh, you have hair. And I'm like, yeah, I have ears too.
You have ears too. Well, great. Well, obviously, one of the big things that you all are about are the drums. We see a lot behind us, and you're going to kind of show me around, see some of the instruments, right?
Yeah, I'll take you around and show you a little bit how we play it and how it works. And yeah, it'll be fun.
All right, perfect. Let's go do it.
Okay.
All right, Kirk, the drums behind me make a lot of appearances in the show.
Yes.
Right, and so we're gonna learn something.
We're gonna learn something. We're gonna teach you what we do every night.
All right, let's go do this. My moment is here to see if I can join the Blue Man Group. Blue Man's show schedule changes based on the time of year. For February, they have one show almost every night, with 2 shows on select weekend nights. Tickets start at $60, and you can also get packages that include dinner and theme park admission. You can't enjoy a show without something great to eat, and we're taking a look inside some of the newest and hottest restaurants, including the one you said was the best around town. Next on Orlando My Way. Orlando My Way is back, and we're talking food. February will feature the opening of Swine & Sons in Winter Park. It's from the same people behind the hugely popular Ravenous Pig and Cask and Larder. Swine & Sons is all about the takeout. Meats, ice creams, beer, and several of the key menu items that have made the Petrikis family so popular in Winter Park. And one of the newest hits in the Central Florida dining scene comes from a couple of classic rockers. The guys of Kiss provide the taste and the face, and Oviedo's Rock and Brews. I heard a rumor that 2 rock stars were in town opening a new restaurant in Oviedo. Of course, I had to go check it out for myself, and I found local brewed beer, an electric crowd, and rockin' food, all at the hands of Kiss frontmen Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley at their new joint, Rock and Brews. Why'd you want to bring it to Orlando?
Well, I mean, we want to be everywhere. This is a world tour. We're taking over the world. So here's our pizza. So it looks great. Then we put it in the oven. And when it comes out, this is as good as it gets.
After toasting to his new venture with some local brews, I met up with the other frontman, Gene. He had me try on his sunglasses, and then there was some playful banter.
When is your 12th birthday?
My 12th birthday is coming up soon, Gene. When is your 90th?
Yes! She got me!
And then we finally got down to business and tried out his favorite thing on the menu, the beignets.
Yeah, baby. Don't you wish you were us?
Oh my gosh, what is in there?
Goodness, the food is fresh. We make sure that craft beers support local breweries. It's really good for Florida. It's a local place for local people, so you don't feel that outsiders are coming in. Yeah, those Beverly Hills celebrities, forget about it. I want you to experience something. Enjoy the camaraderie, the social stuff, the flirtation. Have a reason to put on makeup. You too, girls. See what I did there?
I see what you did there.
Gene and Paul released an album back in '96 titled in a way they felt represented everything they took on, including their newest venture of Rock and Brews. You wanted the best? Well, you got the best. Rock and Brews is on Redbug Lake Road between the Greenway and Tuscaloosa Road. They're open until 11 during the week, midnights on the weekends, and you won't have any problem finding something affordable on the menu. Orlando My Way is all about connecting you with the best of the best in Central Florida, and we do it with your votes. On one of our recent polls, the top Mexican restaurants. La Fiesta of Ormond Beach came in 5th. 4th is Senior Tequila in Winter Springs. Agave Azul on Kirkman Road is 3rd. El Potro finished 2nd, and they have a location in Winter Park and another on Kirkman Road. And number 1 is Tia Corey's, who let us stop by to see how the great flavors come together.
We don't do, you know, the traditional staple of what people know here as Mexican, which has become the Tex-Mex style. It's fantastic, and we can recommend some great places. We do just focus on traditional home-cooked, you know, authentic Mexican. So we don't do ground beef, and we make our own chips. That's one of our staple items, things like that.
Now, I was told from upstairs that you two are some pretty loyal customers here.
Oh, yeah.
Am I right?
Oh, yeah.
So how often? Do you even have pots and pans? You just come here every night?
We're pretty close to that. There was a time we were here every day, if not every other day. Yeah.
Now tell me this is my first time here. What would you say is the best thing on the menu?
Ooh, everything. I love the tostadas. We had a burrito tonight. I got some tacos. The guacamole is awesome.
The margaritas.
The margaritas are delicious.
Tostadas hands down, but yeah, I was craving the burrito today, so I twisted his arm. I said, I need some burrito in my life.
It's the customers that make this happen, and it's the customers that keep us going, and hopefully they will keep us around 50 years down the road when we have new generations operating the 150,000 Tia Corey's tacos all over the world.
All right, guys, you saw it first. Tia Corey's, and of course, the beautiful family who embraces
The authenticity and the love and the recipes and all that is good with real Mexican food.
Enjoy the food.
Enjoy the food.
The original Tia Corey's is right on Beach Street in Daytona, between Bay Street and 3rd Avenue. They're open until 3 a.m. on the weekends, but you'll have to find somewhere else to eat on Sundays because they're closed. You don't have to be a sports fan to know that soccer is popular in Orlando, as is golf, but where can you put the two together? Plus, the life of royalty right here in Orlando. We'll take you inside the Cinderella Castle Suite. As we go to break, check out the top 3 barbecue restaurants from our best of voting. Cast your vote on OrlandoMyWay.com. Orlando My Way is back. We recently had a chance to check out Orlando's newest sport, foot golf. Think golf with a soccer ball. We played at the Twin Rivers Golf Club, where you can tee off 7 days a week from 10 to 6. It's always $20 a person or less. Check out my full story at OrlandoMyWay.com. Odds are, if you've been to Orlando, you've taken a stroll down Main Street and checked out the Cinderella Castle at Magic Kingdom. Well, only the most VIPs have actually gotten a look inside. Well, Disney gave us that rare chance, and we're taking you along for the trip.
Hi, Kayla.
Hi.
Welcome to Cinderella Castle. This is the concierge office, and while the guests are visiting Cinderella Castle, we do have a 24-hour concierge that's going to take care of them. In this office, you might find some things that are very near and dear to Cinderella's heart. The mice and birds are her friends. We have a tapestry over here with pumpkins on it because pumpkins were very important to Cinderella's story. And of course that clock over there, there's something very special about it. Maybe you can tell what it is.
It never strikes midnight, does it?
That's right, and the magic never ends. We do have a private elevator that takes us up to the castle suite. Would you like to see it?
I would love to see it.
All right, here we go.
The elevator strongly resembled Cinderella's gold coach. And as you remember from the film, before it was a coach, it was a pumpkin, so the elevator reflected that theme as well. Just check out the intricacy of the designs.
Oh! Oh, and there is the gold coach. 30,000 hand-laid tiles.
Yes, and that is real yellow and white gold underneath you.
Once you get past the beautiful floor piece, you'll probably recognize a few other items like Cinderella's last remaining glass slipper, her shimmering crown and scepter, and even some of her pumpkin collection.
Welcome to the castle suite.
Look, it's so beautiful.
I was awestruck when I walked inside of the suite. The details were astounding, from the gold-plated crest to the shimmering bedding. And well, it looks like Tinkerbell may have been on the interior design team and covered the floors with pixie dust. And there's even magic in the fireplace. If you look real closely, you'll see fireworks burst in the embers. The Cinderella Castle Suite sleeps 6 people, and 2 of them can sleep in this magical parlor. I was told you can even kick back and watch television in here. But do you see a television?
1 minute, you're fixing your makeup. And the next minute, you're watching a movie.
The stained windows tell Cinderella's love story by showcasing her father's cottage, the invitation to the ball, the clock that strikes midnight, the remaining glass slipper, her furry friends that came to her rescue, and the part all of us love the most, her happily ever after.
Now the magic extends beyond just the bedrooms. Something that I realized might be one of my favorite spots is the bathroom. Now if you want to take the most magical bubble bath in the world, well, this is definitely the spot to do it. Right now we're looking at the tub. We're gonna turn out the lights, and that's when the stars light up the sky. After going on this beautiful tour with me of the Cinderella Castle Suite, you're probably wondering how you can do the same. Well, a good place to check in case those opportunities do become available is on Disney Parks blog. So keep checking that out, but if you just got your checkbook out, put it away. There is no price tag on being a guest of Cinderella. Well, that's it for tonight. I'm Kayla Becker. And remember, Orlando My Way will be here on top of all the growth and new and exciting things happening around the City Beautiful. You can catch up with us anytime on OrlandoMyWay.com for daily updates and our incredible archive of all we've seen and done so far.